Once upon a time, in a sprawling savanna where the sun blazed golden and the grasses whispered secrets in the wind, there lived a young rhinoceros named Rumble. His hide was a tough, dusty gray, etched with creases like ancient maps. His horn curved proudly from his snout, and his small, twinkling eyes held a spark of kindness. Rumble lived with his herd near a muddy watering hole, surrounded by acacia trees and scattered rocks that baked under the heat. He loved wallowing in the cool mud with his siblings, snorting happily as it squished between his toes, and grazing on the tough, dry grass that grew in clumps across the plain. But Rumble was unique. He wasn't content to just doze in the shade or plod along with the herd. He dreamed of magic, of stories his grandmother told about a hidden place where the sky touched the earth and wonders bloomed. One quiet dusk, as the sky turned a deep purple and the stars began to peek out like shy fireflies, Rumble heard a strange sound, a tinkling, like bells carried on the breeze. He lifted his head, his horn catching the last light, and saw a faint shimmer far beyond the horizon, a silvery glow that pulsed like a heartbeat. "What's that?" he rumbled, his voice deep and curious. His father, chewing grass nearby, grunted, "That's nothing for us, Rumble. Stay here where it's steady." But Rumble's heart thudded with a wild beat, the sound and glow tugging at him like a thread. So, as the herd settled under the acacias, their snores rumbling like distant thunder, he decided to follow it. With a heavy but quiet step, he lumbered off, his big feet leaving prints in the dust. The savanna stretched wide around him. Crickets sang, a jackal howled, and the wind carried the scent of dry earth and distant rain. He trudged through the grasses, his horn brushing thorns aside. He didn't know where the glow would lead, but each step felt like a promise. After a while, he reached a rocky outcrop where the stones glowed faintly under the moon, and there he met a chatty bird named Pip, a little lark with feathers of brown and gold, perched on a boulder. "Oi, big fella, where you off to?" Pip chirped, hopping closer. "I'm Rumble, and I'm following that silver glow," Rumble replied, nodding toward the distance. Pip fluffed her wings. "That's the whispering oasis. They say it's a magic place where water sings and dreams grow, but it's far, and there's a snake out there. Watch it." Rumble grinned. "Thanks, Pip. Want to come?" Pip tilted her head, then tweeted, "Why not? I'll fly ahead." So they set off together, Rumble's steady plod matching Pip's flutters. The savanna grew rugged, with gullies and scrubby bushes dotting the land. They passed a dozing tortoise, its shell glinting like a jewel, and skirted a termite mound buzzing with life. Soon, they heard a rustling and met a gazelle named Leap, her legs long and graceful, her eyes wide and bright, grazing near a thorn bush. "Hello, travelers," Leap called, bounding over. "Where you going?" Rumble explained about the glow and the sound, and Leap pranced, "The whispering oasis. I've heard its waters heal. I'll join you. I can leap over trouble." Rumble nodded, "Glad to have you, Leap," and the trio continued, Rumble leading, Pip soaring, and Leap bounding. The glow was stronger now, a silver thread in the night. But then a hiss slithered from the grass. A snake coiled out, its scales glinting. "Stay back," it spat, baring fangs. Rumble froze, his heart pounding, but Pip swooped down, chirping to distract it, and Leap sprang high, kicking dust in its eyes. Rumble charged, his horn lowered, the ground shaking. The snake hissed but slithered away. That was close. Pip panted, landing on Rumble's back. Leap laughed, "Quick feet win." Rumble snorted with relief. "You're the best, friends." They pressed on, the savannah giving way to dunes of soft sand, the glow pulsing ahead. They trudged up a rise, Rumble's strong legs pushing through, Pip circling above, Leap skipping beside. At last, they reached the whispering oasis, a hidden hollow where a pool of water shimmered like liquid silver, surrounded by strange trees with leaves that tinkled like bells. The glow came from the water itself, singing a soft, magical tune. Rumble dipped his trunk in, the water cool and sweet, splashing it over his dusty hide. Pip drank from the edge, twittering, and Leap splashed playfully, her hoofs making ripples. They laughed and rested, the oasis wrapping them in peace. But as the moon climbed higher, a deep growl echoed. A lion stepped from the shadows, his mane a fiery crown, his eyes fierce yet calm. "Who enters my oasis?" he roared. Rumble stood tall, trembling but brave. "I'm Rumble." With Pip and Leap, we followed the glow. "We mean no harm." The lion studied them, then softened. "I'm King Leo, guardian here. You may stay till dawn, then return." Rumble bowed his horn. "Thank you, Leo." They spent the night by the singing water, Leo watching with a quiet rumble. As the sky lightened, Leo nudged them. "Time to go, little ones." Rumble nodded, and with Pip and Leap, he started back, the savannah waking with bird calls and the chatter of monkeys. They passed the termite mound again, its workers waving tiny antennae, and the tortoise, who blinked a slow hello. Pip guided them with her songs, and Leap danced ahead. When Rumble saw the watering hole, his herd wallowing in the mud, his heart swelled. He turned to his friends. "Thank you for coming," Pip chirped. "Anytime, big guy." Leap bounded. "Visit my bush." They parted, and Rumble lumbered to his mother, who trumpeted, "Rumble, where've you been?" Rumble rumbled. "I followed a glow to the whispering oasis. I met Pip and Leap. We chased off a snake and met King Leo, and I heard water sing." His mother's eyes widened. "You're my bold boy, but stay near now." Rumble nodded, settling in the mud, the sun warming his horn. He closed his eyes, the oasis a song in his dreams. He'd been steady and curious, and though the savannah was wide, he'd found magic. The wind sang a lullaby, and Rumble slept, dreaming of silver water and friends. From then on, he stayed with the herd, but when the stars shone, he'd look to the horizon, a little rhino with a big tail, his story rustling through the grasses like the breeze itself. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.